BookTube, I'm Vanessa, and today I have a TBR/challenge event idea that I thought would be really fun called the Library Challenge. So as you probably know, I recently started working at my library, which has just been like the biggest dream come true ever for me because I've always loved the library so much. It's always been such a big part of my life, and now being able to be a part of that myself is just like my heart, my whole heart. Now I'm seeing all of these amazing books every single day at work, and it's just like constantly on my mind just how much the library has to offer and how much cool stuff is in the library. And I know that not everybody has access to a public library, or maybe your public library isn't that great, or I know a lot of libraries like charge money and stuff like that. So it just makes me realize that like if you are a person who does have access to a good public library, that's really lucky, and that's a really big privilege and resource that I wish that more people appreciated. Honk, stop eating my plants. So the challenge idea that I had, I think it's super fun. Basically, I went into my library and checked out one item from every section that my library has. And I also did like a little vlog, like I took you with me to the library, so you get to come with me and check out books and see my library. I think it's super fun. And obviously, if anyone else wants to do this challenge, everyone's video is going to be different because every library is different and has different sections. So if you want to do this challenge too, don't be afraid to personalize it. In my mind, the main purposes of this challenge are, first of all, to get people out to their libraries and checking out books and supporting the library system, and also to like kind of expand your horizons and like check out things that maybe you wouldn't have thought of checking out before. I will go ahead and tell you how my library is sectioned out. I'm actually going to be checking out 14 items for this challenge, and that's like not even including some of the sections because I did skip some, and I probably even could have broken some of these categories down even further. Like for example, I put the new book section as one category, but technically within the new book section they are separated by a genre and category within the new book section. So I just did what sectioning felt like reasonable and natural to me. So I included the new section as one category and then the new young adult section as separate because it's on a separate table in a different part of the library. And then I included the sci-fi, romance, mystery, fiction, biography, Nevada collection. My library has a whole collection of just books about Nevada. Then we have our nonfiction section, our DVDs, our audiobooks, our kids section, which again could have been broken down even further. And then I also included Libby, which is like the library app where you can check out ebooks on your phone or your Kindle or whatever. The sections that I skipped, because like I said I did skip some, are the Western section. My library has a Western section. I do not want to read a Western. I do not feel the need to do so. I live in the Western. I see it every day. It's not intriguing to me. In fact, the thought of even reading a Western book just makes me want to like die. So I will be skipping the Western section. I will also be skipping the large print section because we have a whole section of books with larger text so that people with like visual impairments and stuff can read more easily. And then we also have a section of music CDs, which I did not check out from, even though I could have. Like, I like music CDs, why not? Anyways, like I said, I thought I would take you with me to the library so we could hang out together and check out some books together. And then after that, I will show you the haul of everything that I checked out. So without further ado, let's head on down to the library. Fireplace. Okay, so I have my bag, and I think we're gonna start in the new books section. All right, but then we also have the new young adult section. I'm having a very hard time deciding between these two. So these are the Westerns, but we're not getting a Western. So we're gonna come to the science fiction. Yes, I get a science fiction book. I haven't read these yet. I've been really wanting to read them. And they're really short. I'm sure there's some like more modern, like good romances, but I kind of just want to get like a really corny looking, like with I want like a girl in the cover in like an old-timey dress.
Like the flowing dress, like the Fabio guy?
Yeah, and a Fabio guy. That's like this.
Is that
no, no cowboys. I don't want to. This is why I skipped the Western section for a reason. I don't know if this is a good author, but she has good dresses. So, pretty dress. I'm gonna pick these based on what has the prettiest dress. But this is what girls really care about when they're reading romances. It's not the man, It's the dress.
But that one, the painter's daughter.
Yeah. Also, these ones look good. This one's called The Lady of Milkweed Manor, and I just think that's so cute. Like Milkweed Manor? Who names a manor that? This is the author. They're murderers. It's a library cat named Charles. He works at the library. So we're in the fiction section now, and this is actually gonna be pretty hard because it's like huge. This is a huge section, and it's not coming back to you. This also looks really good. How do I pick? And look at that dress. Babe, don't touch this. This is a haunted book. You're gonna get a ghost. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Bowers Mansion is haunted as fuck. Oh my god. Babe, put it back. Okay, we are back and ready for a library haul, and I do mean a haul. This is a huge bag of books, like it's really heavy. Okay, so the first section in my library is the new section, which is where we keep all our new materials that have come out like within the last 9 months or so. From that section, I actually picked out a romance, which really surprised me because romance is not usually like my go-to genre, but it looked so freaking cute. It's called Royal Holiday, and I think it is about this mom who gets to accompany her daughter on a work trip to England to style a member of the royal family. And it says she's excited to spend the holidays taking in the magnificent British sights, but what she doesn't expect is to become instantly attracted to a certain private secretary, his charming accent, and his unyielding formality. Does that just not sound like the most adorable thing you've ever heard? And I figured like with Valentine's Day coming up, it makes sense, especially because I'm helping to host the In Love-a-thon again this year, so I wanted to get some books that worked for Valentine's Day and for the In Love-a-thon and everything like that. So from the young adult section, I got Maybe This Time by Casey West. Casey West has a pretty good track record with me. I think I've liked every book I've read from her. It was really hard for me to decide between this and The Babysitter's Coven because I really want to read The Babysitter's Coven too, but maybe I'll just have to read that next month. Alright, and then like I said, we skipped the Western section and moved on to the sci-fi section where I got Gingerbread by Helen Oyeyemi. I have absolutely zero idea what this book is about. I just know that I love this cover. Every time I shelve this book, I put it on display because it's clearly the prettiest book in the entire library and it deserves to be displayed. But it says that it is influenced by the mysterious place gingerbread holds in classic children's stories, and it is a delightfully inventive and bewitching novel about a surprising family legacy in which the inheritance is a recipe. I don't know, the synopsis sounds a little bit more like a low fantasy to me than a sci-fi, but hey, I'm not in charge of that, okay? Then the next section that I was super excited for was romance, and I picked Lady Windermere's Lover by Miranda Neville. I read like zero adult romance books, so I have no idea like who's a good author, what books are good, what books suck, who knows, I don't know. All I know is that the description of this book, listen, you have to hear this. It is the best thing I've ever heard. It says, Damien, Earl of Windermere, rused the day he drunkenly gambled away his family's estate and was forced into marriage to reclaim it. Now, after hiding out from his new bride for a year, Damien is finally called home, only to discover that his modest bride has become an alluring beauty. And rumor has it that she's taken a lover. And then that's not even all. Then it says, Lady Cynthia never aspired to be the subject of a scandal, but with her husband off gallivanting across Persia, what was a lady to do? Flirting shamelessly with his former best friend seemed like the perfect revenge. I am just so excited. This sounds like an absolute roller coaster, and I cannot wait. And then the next section was mystery, which I really wanted to try a cozy mystery. They just sound really cute, and I love how all of them have like pets in them and like food puns in the title. I just love it so much. So I found this one called Eclair and present danger, which is, oh my god, the best pun I've ever heard in my freaking life. All right, and then we had the fiction section, which I think was the hardest section for me just because there are so many amazing things there, but I managed to pick one as hard as it was, and that is this Pride and Prejudice, but it's not just Pride and Prejudice. It's Pride and Prejudice with dessert recipes. There are recipes in this book. I am so excited. I'm gonna make all of them. Again, one of the challenges for the In Love-a-thon is to read a book while eating a Valentine's Day treat, so I think this is perfect. And look how freaking beautiful. This is like cookie art, frosting, and this is a cookie with Rosings Park drawn on it. I just can't. This is so good. And then the next section was the biography section, which I have to admit I rushed through a little bit because not only were we starting to get pressed for time because I spent so long in the fiction section, but also I was kind of feeling the pressure of how many big books I was checking out and I wanted to get something smaller. So I got this little biography of who was Jacqueline Kennedy. But I was interested because Jesse and I have been watching The Crown, and we just watched the episode where the Kennedys came to visit, and I was really intrigued. I realized that I don't know that much about Jackie Kennedy, but she seems like a very interesting person. Then the next section was the Nevada collection, which is my library's collection of just books about Nevada and the area that we live in. So I found this one that sounds really cool. It's called Harlots, Hurdies, and Spirited Women of Virginia City, Nevada. Virginia City is a really cool town that's like still really historical, and they keep like all the old saloons and stuff. It was like an old mining town from the gold rush and the silver rush and everything, and obviously it was a huge hub for prostitution, and I'm just really interested. Then we had the nonfiction section, which was also really hard for me because there is so much. I decided to go for a travel book on Germany because I am planning to go to Germany again probably at the end of this year, and I just figured that I should be prepared. Nuremberg! Oh my god! I lived here. This is where I lived. This is my home. I want to move back so freaking bad. You guys don't even know. And then we moved on to the DVD section, which I think is super cool, and I don't understand why more people aren't excited about the DVD section of the library. Like, my favorite childhood and teenage memories were going to Blockbuster and picking out movies to rent and watch and have a movie night with, and it's like so sad that Blockbuster doesn't exist anymore and you can't do that, but like, hello, the library is Blockbuster for free. It's amazing and I'm so excited. So Jesse and I picked out a movie. We picked out Wonder Woman because Jesse still has not seen Wonder Woman and I really need him to see Wonder Woman. We also have an audiobook section with books on CD, which is really handy this month because I am actually taking a road trip down to San Diego this month to see my best friend Julia from Germany, who I have not seen since I moved away. I am so excited to be reunited with my soulmate, and it is definitely worth the 20 hours of driving I am about to do, but having an audiobook will definitely help with that, and I picked out Catacomb by Madeleine Roux. I don't know, this just looks so freaking scary. I don't know what it's about, but like, I like catacombs. I really like the catacombs in Paris. One of my favorite scary movies, As Above, So Below, is set in catacombs. So, oh no, this is the third book in a series. I didn't know that. Maybe I can check out the first one on Libby because I am supposed to check out something from Libby for this challenge and I haven't done so yet. So maybe I'll have to get the first 2 books in this series before I can listen to this, but it's fine. It'll be fine. Then I headed over to the kids section, which I did not film in because I just thought that would be weird. Like, there's kids there. I don't know. For this challenge, I decided to go with a really fun choose your own adventure book. How long has it been since you read a choose your own adventure book? This is gonna be so cool and I can't wait to read it. This one is called The Throne of Zeus. Okay, and then finally, 12 hours later, we are at the last section of the library, which is the periodical section where we keep magazines. And we actually have a lot of really cool magazines. We've got like National Geographic and Rolling Stone and like science magazines and health magazines and recipe stuff. It's like a really cool section. I ended up getting an Us Weekly. I don't know what to say why I got this, other than the fact that Meghan Markle, I truly find her to be like the most beautiful woman that I've ever seen. She is so pretty and her face, it draws me like a moth to a flame. That's the only excuse that I can offer. So that is it. That is the library challenge. I hope that this looks fun. I hope that some other people do it and I'm not just the only one being a huge weirdo on BookTube with this. I'm gonna leave some people tagged in the description below, but honestly, if you have access to a library that you can check out books from, then I am tagging you specifically, and I'm really encouraging you to do this because I think it's super fun and I think think it's just a good way to like not only get out of the house and have like a fun activity to do for the day, but also again to like expand your horizons and maybe check out books that you wouldn't have checked out usually. Please let me know in the comments if you are gonna do this challenge. I would love to go watch your video, and I guess that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that I get to talk to you soon. Bye!